Good day. Welcome to Mayor King's TV News. I am Matu Okwemitariche, and here are the headlines. Delta Commissioner clarifies Warri constituency tensions as he defends INEC redelineation move. Omadino community dismisses Gwaramatu voice report as the declared militants from Gwaramatu attacked Akbata. Kogi Poly rector urges federal government to convert Emefiele's 753 recovered duplexes to national liaison offices for the 774 local government areas across the country. Peter Obi makes U-turn for presidential race. Defense lawyer claims Peter Okoye misled EFCC and court over alleged 1.38 billion naira fraud. Federal government unveils intra-African air cargo corridor with 50% discount. Officials announces Israeli strike across Gaza kills 54 persons. Eric Ten Hag appointed new coach of Bayern Leverkusen. Now the news in details. Delta State Commissioner for Rural Development, Information and Communications, Charles Aniagwu, has provided critical clarification on the ongoing controversy surrounding the redelineation of electoral wards in the Warri Federal Constituency, asserting that the exercise was driven by the principles of equity, justice, and constitutional balance. Aniagwu explained that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) acted within its mandate by implementing the redelineation to correct long-standing disparities within the constituency, which comprises Warri South, Warri North, and Warri Southwest local government area. According to him, each of these areas is home to Urobo, Ishakiri, and Ijaw ethnic groups, coexisting peacefully and rooted historically in the region. He recalled that following the 1999 elections, an INEC identified significant discrepancies in the ward distribution of Warri Federal Constituency. These concerns later formed the basics of legal actions accumulated in a Supreme Court judgment calling for a fair redelineation to reflect the diverse ethnic composition of the area. He further urged stakeholders and residents to embrace the adjustment as a necessary correction that honors both the rule of law and the principle of inclusiveness, thereby strengthening democratic representation in Warri Federal Constituency. People of Omadino community in Warri South local government area of Delta State has dismissed a report on Gwaramatu Voice newspaper which claimed Omadino youths attacked Akbata, saying it was militants from Gwaramatu that launched renewed onslaught on Akbata in Aja Jelebe, Omadino Federated Community. Meanwhile, the chief priest of Omadino community, Roland Otiyomere, who addressed newsmen at Omadino Sunday, May 26th, on behalf of the Oyo Rich community, said that the fresh attack by the alleged Gwaramatu militants was not the first in recent times. He further called on the state government, federal government, and security agencies to come to their aid and intervene to keep peace and protect the lives and properties of the Ishekiri people, according to the oath of office as the Tantita Security Services claims to be the landowners. The rector of Kogi State Polytechnic, Professor Salisu Ogbo, has appealed to the federal government to urgently convert the 753 duplexes reportedly linked to the immediate past governor of Central Bank, Emefiele Godwin, into national liaison offices for the 774 local government areas across the country. He emphasized that converting the recovered properties into national assets by them as liaison offices and residential quarters of LGAs would serve a powerful symbol of the federal government commitment to fighting corruption and as a reminder of the abuse of public trust by the former public officials. He concluded by urging the federal government to adopt the project as a legacy initiative that strengthens grassroots governance and offers very part of Nigerian tangible footprints in the nation's capital. In a dramatic reversal that quells weeks of speculation, former presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi has officially declared his intention to contest the 2027 presidential election under the Labour Party LP. This was revealed amidst persistent rumors of his possible defection and involvement in a broader opposition coalition. In a video circulating across verified Labour Party WhatsApp platforms, Obi addressed a group of young supporters, categorically reaffirming his loyalty to the Labour Party and dismissing speculation about abandoning the platform that propelled him to national prominence in 2023. The declaration marks a critical pivot in the Nigerian political narrative, as a recent report suggested that Obi might join forces with opposition heavyweights such as Atiku Abubakar, Nasir El-Rufai, under the banner of the African Democratic Congress (ADC). Obi further launched a blistering critique of the current administration, accusing it of internal crisis in both the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party (PDP). As a means of destabilizing the opposition, however, his reaffirmation of the commitment to the LP appears to dampen the major speculations. Now on the entertainment news. In an unexpected unfolding of events, in the ongoing fraud trial involving Nigerian music star Peter Okoye of the P-Square and their former manager Jude Okoye, Clement Onwemweno, the defense counsel, on Friday alleged that Peter consciously misled the EFCC with false allegations and claims. Jude was arraigned by the EFCC alongside his company, Northside Music Limited, on a 4-count charge. The defendants, however, pleaded not guilty to the charge. Appearing before a trial, Jude Alexander Owoye at the Federal High Court in Lagos, Mr. Okoye, known as Mr. P, accused his elder brother of secretly incorporating a company, Northside Music Limited, to collect and control P-Square's royalties without the knowledge or consent of his members. However, the presiding judge, Justice Oshodi, during the trial admitted several bank documents and EFCC statements with no evidence. He advised that the defense to endeavor to have all documents made available to the prosecution ahead of further proceedings. Therefore, the trial has been adjourned to 10th and 17th October 2025 for continuation, leaving the audience anticipating subsequent developments. Now on the business news. The Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, in collaboration with the United Nations Development Programme and Uganda Airlines, has officially launched the Nigeria East Southern Africa Air Cargo Corridor, a transformative export initiative under the African Continental Free Trade Area framework. Speaking at the landmark event held on Africa Day at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on Sunday, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, announced that the new air corridor would provide Nigerian exporters with access to 3 key African hubs: Uganda, Kenya, and South Africa. With the air cargo rates discounted between 50 to 75% reduction in logistics costs, this initiative marks Nigeria's key campaign promised by President Bola Tinubu to accelerate the diversification of Nigerian non-oil exports by leveraging the opportunities presented by AfCFTA. Specially designed to empower Nigerian enterprises, particularly this initiative enables them to expand into A. Now on the foreign news. 2 hospital directors have revealed that at least 54 Palestinians have been killed in 2 separate Israeli airstrikes overnight, including a strike on a school sheltering displaced families in central Gaza. Fahim El Jagawi School in Gaza City had been housing hundreds of displaced people from the town of Beit Lahar and is currently under intense Israeli military assault. A spokesperson for Gaza Hamas-run civil defense stated that 20 bodies, including those of children, were recovered, while many were severely burnt, under fire, engulfed in 2 classrooms turned into living quarters. The Israeli military IDF said it has targeted the Hamas and Islamic Jihad Command and Control Center. The IDF accused Hamas of using the Gazan population as human shields, stating that the area was being used by terrorists to plan attacks against the Israeli civilians and IDF troops. Highlighting that the twin attacks are part of a broader Israeli offensive has escalated in the northern part of Enclave over the past week. The IDF said that it hit 200 attacks across Gaza in 48 hours as it continued its operations against what is called terrorist organization. Now on the sports news. Erik ten Hag has taken over as the head coach of Bayern Leverkusen after the former Manchester United manager accepted to fill the role vacated by Bundesliga and the DFB Cup winning boss Abi Alonso. The club confirmed that the deal is a two-year arrangement running through to the end of 2026/27 season. Recalling Alonso shortly announced before the end of 24 season and 25 season that he will be leaving the club that he led to an unprecedented league and cup double in 23 and 24 season since joining Real Madrid. Ten Hag, who has been out of work since being dismissed as Manchester United coach on 28 October 2024, will now step into Alonso's shoes as the Bay Arena. Now a recap on our headlines. Delta Commissioner clarifies Warri constituency tensions as it defends INEC redelineation move. Omadino community dismisses Gbaramatu voice report as they declare militants from Gbaramatu attacked Akpata. Kogi Poly rector urges federal government to convert Emefiele's 753 recovered duplexes to national liaison offices for the 774 local government areas across the country. Peter Obi makes U-turn for presidential race. Defense lawyer claims Peter Okoye misled EFCC and courts over alleged 1.38 billion naira fraud. Federal government unveils intra-African air cargo corridor with 50% discount. Officials announces Israeli strike across Gaza kills 54 persons. Erik ten Hag appointed new coach of Bayer Leverkusen. That's the news as detailed by Timiala Emanuela. I am Matu Okwamitorishe. Thanks for watching.